How you doing? I'm Darren with Ash Kickin' Barbecue, and today we're talking bacon-wrapped pheasant bites. Now, I have some pheasant breasts here that we harvested last fall. I went on a hunting trip with my dad and one of my brothers and some other family, and we went and shot a few birds, and so I've had these vac sealed in the freezer, and now it's a nice day out today, so I figured I'd do some bacon wrapped pheasant bites. They're really easy, really delicious, and it's a good way to introduce people to wild game who might not be particularly fond of it, because everybody loves bacon and everyone loves stuff wrapped in bacon. Now, you don't have to use pheasant for this recipe. You can use pretty much any poultry, turkey, chicken, grouse if you're into grouse hunting. But this is a good way to, like I said, introduce wild game to someone who has maybe never had it or maybe thinks that it's too gamey, whatever. So the prep on these is really simple. I'll show you that. We're going to be cooking on the Pit Boss Pro Series 1600 today. We are going to be running cooking pellets, hickory pellets. I really love the flavor of hickory smoked bacon and that hickory tree and, you know, wild game. All that stuff kind of goes together. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get you in and let's prep up these bacon wrapped pheasant bites. Okay guys, so to prep up these pheasant breasts, all we're gonna do is, you can see I have my pheasant breasts here. You can see kind of we have some shock from the shot here, and a couple of them have some holes in it, but that's all right. This is why I kind of like to do these bacon wrap bites with them. Anyways, so let's get started to prep these. It's very easy. We're gonna go ahead and take our pheasant breasts. See, we have some feathers and stuff on there. If you're worried about that, go ahead and wipe them off. I'm not too worried about it. It is what it is. So, all right, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take and cut these breasts in half. And then all we're gonna do is we're just gonna cube these up into about, you know, maybe 1-inch cubes or so. Use your best judgment, they don't have to be perfect. So go ahead and just cube them up. And if you have any that may be a little small to wrap, you can always just go ahead and fry them up and throw them in a salad or whatever else you want to do with them. They're good pheasant stir fry, stuff like that. So go ahead and get all these cubed up. Okay guys, and now that we have all our pheasant cubed up, I'm not going to use all of this for the bacon wrap pheasant bites, but I'm going to use a lot of it. So what I like to do is just kind of get my bacon, stretch it out, and then just cut it in half. So we're going to use a piece of bacon per pheasant bite. So I'm gonna go ahead and half all this bacon. All right, now at this point we have all of our pheasant here. What we want to do is get some seasoning on it. I don't like to mask the flavor of my wild game. I like to enhance it, and because of that, I think that salt, pepper, garlic is really good for wild game. It just brings out the flavor, but it doesn't mask it. I like the flavor of wild game. That's why I hunt and fish and all that. I enjoy the taste. So like I said, Suckle Busters, salt, pepper, garlic. We're just gonna go ahead and coat it up. Go ahead and kind of give that a toss. We'll come through again. We are gonna be hitting the bacon with a little barbecue sauce to glaze it at the end. So we're gonna get a little flavor from that. But this is all the seasoning I really want on the meat, is just that salt, pepper, garlic blend. All right, that's looking pretty good there. I'll just kind of pick up any of the excess on the board here. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our bacon and kind of stretch it out a little bit, and we'll grab a chunk. And if you do this right here, you don't even need a toothpick or anything. You can just kind of roll it and then get a nice little chunk like that and set it off to the side. So I'll show you a couple more here. Kind of stretch out your bacon, grab you a chunk of your pheasant, and roll it. So that way it'll kind of sit like that on that bottom flap, and you don't even have to worry about using a toothpick or any of that. So I'll do one more here for you guys. Pheasant on, roll it. That's looking pretty good there. So I'm gonna get the rest of these wrapped up in bacon and I will bring you back. Okay guys, you can see I have all my bacon wrapped pheasant bites all wrapped up in bacon. I transferred them over to this rack. This is what we're going to be cooking on. This is just going to allow airflow and smoke to get between them and just allow them to cook evenly. So that's kind of what you want. You want to space them out, allow that airflow and smoke to go ahead and kiss this. And basically what it's going to be is when this bacon is done, this pheasant is going to be done. And I didn't brine this or anything because this bacon fat is going to help keep that pheasant meat nice and moist. So you can brine it if you want to, but you don't need to when you're wrapping it in bacon, and that's kind of the whole point of this, is to go ahead and keep the pheasant meat moist with the bacon. So this is gonna be really delicious. We're gonna head out to the pit boss and I'll meet you guys outside. Okay guys, we are out at the Pit Boss Pro Series 1600. We have the hopper loaded up with Cookin' Pellets hickory pellets. You can see here, we got some smoke rolling on our bacon wrapped pheasant bites. They're looking delicious. We're running at about 250 degrees. And we're gonna let these go for a half hour and then we'll come out and check and see how they're looking. Like I said, we just wanna get the bacon cooked. By that time, the pheasant will be done and it'll still be nice and juicy because of the bacon. So come out and check on these in about a half hour and we will see you guys then. Okay guys, it has been 30 minutes. You can see here that our bacon wrapped pheasant bites are looking delicious. I did flip these all over and then I also rotated the rack so the ones on the right are now on the left. So all we're gonna do is let these go another 30 minutes and by that time we should be ready to start saucing them. But I just wanted to get the ones that weren't cooking as quickly over the fire pot, get them started. And yeah, so we'll check back in 30 minutes and probably get these sauced up. We'll see you then. All right guys, it has been 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and take a look at our bacon wrapped pheasant bites. You can see they look absolutely delicious. That bacon is cooked. We're gonna go ahead and get these glazed up. All I have here is some peach barbecue sauce from Sucklebusters. And all we're gonna do is just go ahead and give them a little dunk. We'll go ahead and do that with all of these. All right, now that we have these all glazed up, I'm gonna go ahead and get these back in the smoker and we're gonna let this sauce set for about 5 minutes and then we'll get them inside, get them on the board, and give them a taste test. We'll see you then. All right guys, and here they are. Here are our bacon wrapped pheasant bites. They smell delicious. They look wonderful. Before we try one, let's just go over what we did. We went ahead and seasoned up our cubed pheasant breast with SPG, salt, pepper, garlic, kept it simple, went ahead and wrapped it in bacon. We got it on the Pit Boss Pro Series 1600, set at 250 degrees for about an hour. We flipped them halfway through, rotated the rack for even cooking, and then once they were done, we glazed them up with some peach barbecue sauce from Sucklebusters, let that sauce set for about 5 minutes. We have some nice hickory smoke from the Cookin' Pellets, hickory pellets on there. They smell absolutely delicious. I can't wait to try one, so let's just jump in and give it a whirl. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this big dog right here. It's a nice looking bite, beautiful, smells smoky. You can smell that peach. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Guys, these are absolutely delicious. I really would encourage you to try this, even if it's just with plain old chicken. They're delicious. They're little bacon bites of goodness, and who doesn't love bacon? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time.